today I just want to make this small video and give you a perspective to make you think about how strong is your faith. In the Bible, Moses gives us a great example of how faith actually works and how we should make or create faith to be activated for our own good. So Moses in the Exodus is getting all the Jews out of Egypt. And I want to show you the difference between how sometimes we hear how faith has to be interpreted, or how at least most people think that we are able to activate faith, and how the right mentality has to be in place in order to activate faith the way Moses did it. So the big difference in the big picture of what Moses tells us or shows us is that you have to take action in order for faith to be activated. Most people think that if you pray to God, or if you just ask enough, God, I need you to pay my bills. I cannot make it. God, I'm not gonna change anything, but I need you to pay my bills. I need you to pay my car. I need you to pay my mortgage. I need, right? But we want to sit on our couch. We just want to relax. And for whatever we ask for, just appear out of nowhere. And that is not the way it works. If you see how Moses actually did it, he went and told the people, I'm going to take you with me. This is how we're going to do it. We are going to cross this river. And everybody is like, what are you talking about? How are we going to cross the river? We don't have a boat. We don't have anything. How are we going to cross this river if we don't have any equipment? And he will say, God will provide it. We are going to cross this river. And he'll wait. Then he will do one important thing that if you read the Bible is going to show you very clearly. And he will run away. He will run behind a bush, he will run up the hills. He would separate from the group and stay by himself, and then he will scream out to God, God, did you hear what I said? I just told all these people that you're going to take care of this, that we're going to cross the river. I told them that you are going to provide for us. So make it work. Then what he is doing, the difference between what we thought or what we think is correct of doing when it comes to praying, and what he does is that he takes action first before he asks for something. Most people just want for something to appear out of nowhere and just be dumped in their laps. They don't want to do any type of work. They just want for their bills to be paid. For somebody magically to come and say, like, here's $1,000, go pay your bills. Okay, that would be awesome, right? But we have that mentality from what society and what our church people or our churches are teaching us. We have a lottery mentality that we are just going to hit that number because God wants us to be rich and we don't have to do anything. But if you think about it, the Bible also tells you that woe to the land when the slave becomes king. You cannot become rich. You cannot take all this wealth with you if you're not prepared for it. Your mentality will tell God to not provide for you. If you're asking for $1 million, right? And you're just sitting at home, you never want to do anything, and only you don't want to be bothered by nobody. You just want to do your job, come home, and get $1 million. And you're not providing any value. Then your value is not worth the $1 million. God focuses on people that know how to manage things. And he's not going to provide you anything that you cannot manage. If he's going to give you $1 million, it's because you went through trials, through adversity that made you understand what money actually does and how to manage it. Once you understand how to manage money, then he'll provide it for you. He does not like things to go to waste. He does not like any resources to be wasted. Therefore, he's looking for people like you to give things to and be able to manage them and put them in the right perspective with the right mentality in mind. So if you use the resources to give to people and actually make a difference, then the money will come. But majority of us, we just want to sit down and for our lives to be great, right? And for us to be comfortable. We don't want to do anything. We just want to sit down and please bless me. Something from the sky is going to fall and I am going to be rich. I'm going to make it. But what are you going to do with that money? So you're asking for money, but what are you going to do with it? If you don't have a plan for what that money is going to do and you're just going to spend it, then why would God give it to you? There's no reason. But again, it's because you're not taking action. You are not prepared for what you're asking for. So therefore, you need to make sure of how you can become a manager. And that's actually a whole other talk that we can go into. Right now, we're just focusing on how to be able to have faith like Moses. And when it comes to having faith like Moses again, is actually taking action first. Going out there and start plowing the field. So if you are a farmer, you don't go outside and say, God, I want this crop to be great. I want you to, to give me all this corn, and the corn is going to grow and it's going to be the best corn in the world and everybody's going to buy my corn. I'm going to go inside and just sit down. You don't do that. The first thing you need to do is plant the seed. You need to go outside. You need to till the ground. You need to start working on it. And even in Genesis, it tells you that you are going to toil the ground, meaning you have to do something first. Then you have to do some type of work in order to be rewarded for what you're doing. Then the farmer, once it plows the ground, then starts to plant seed. Once you plant the seed, then now you can ask God, God, I did my part. Come and fulfill what you told me to do. Come and bless my crop. That way it can grow and be now the best corn in the world and everybody's going to buy it. That is a way of thinking. That is the way we should do things. If you see this in this example, you are planting the seed. You are putting everything in his hand now. You did your part. You cannot just ask for things. He is not here to give you everything you want and for you to sit down and do nothing. You have to plow the ground. You have to plant the seed. And now that you did your job and your part, now you can ask, God, I need for this to be fulfilled. I know you're going to make it happen. And I know that this is going to be part of who you are. And every day you pray, he's going to provide for you. As long as you give something to God to fulfill, he will fulfill it. But the fulfilling goes based upon the work that you do. So again, Moses did the same thing. He took people out. Every time that God told him to do something, he went ahead and did it. God told him to go and tell the Pharaoh to release his people. And the first time he's like, I'm not gonna do that. He's gonna freaking kill me. Like I can't go to the Pharaoh. I mean, he's the highest authority around here. It's not gonna work. And he says, go and tell him. Just go and tell him that he needs to release my people. Then he goes and tells him, and nothing happens to him. Again, he is protected by God because he's taken a step towards whatever God told him to do. So don't be a lottery winner. Don't be the person that is always just waiting for something to happen for him or her. Just sitting on the couch waiting for a miracle to happen. Get up, do something, create something for yourself, and then start praying to God for him to fulfill it. And he will fulfill it. He says that whatever desires we have, he will fulfill. But as long as the desire is in our heart, right? And if that desire is ready and it's in our heart, and if we are moving towards it, he cannot fulfill something if there is nothing for him to fulfill. If you come up to me and you say, I need water, can you give me water? And I said, okay, I got thousands and thousands of gallons. What are you going to take it in? Well, I only have my hands right now. Then all you're going to get is a sip. That's all you're going to get. You are not prepared. You didn't bring the right stuff. And you're not moving towards what you want. You are the one that needs the water. You are coming to the well. You're coming to the person that has all the water. And yet you did not come prepared. You did not come with a flask. You did not come with a gallon of whatever, right? You did not come with a jar. So how am I able to fulfill what you want if you don't even have what is needed? Think about that. How are you asking God to make something or do something for you if you're not even prepared for what He's going to give you? If you are wasting your $500 a month that you get, or whatever your paycheck is, I'm just throwing a number, and you are not able to manage it, and all you're doing is spending it on stuff that is not needed, right? Just to keep up with Joneses, or just for you to look good, or whatever, right? Like, you're spending your money in a bad way. Then how is He gonna fulfill something for you if you're not even prepared for $500, but you're asking for $1 million? It's not possible. He cannot give you more than you can manage. So make sure that you understand this principle, because this principle is powerful if you are able to understand it and you're able to apply it into your life. So have the faith that Moses had, and do not have a lottery mindset or a lottery faith that just something is magically going to happen for you, because it's not. If it actually does, you might not want that blessing, because it's going to be a big trial that He's going to put you through. Nothing comes easy, and nothing comes for free. So make sure you understand this principle, apply it into your life, take action on whatever you want to do, and He will fulfill whatever you need. I'll see you guys on the next video.